Yeah, so they looked at people who walked, Jillian, who lifted weights, who did
Yep.
lots of gardening, but at different time intervals, and they took it all into account using a progression analysis. And again, it doesn't surprise me. I've been an exercise fanatic my whole life, but it might indicate something interesting about that repetitive stress that people do for, I'm going to go when you're 45 years old going for a 10-mile run 5 times a week. Is that good for you ultimately? It's probably good for your mental health for sure, but the brake pads wear out on the brakes eventually.
That's well said. And the reality is that the body does adapt to stress. So by constantly changing the stimulus, you're forcing your body to constantly evolve and grow stronger in different ways. And different types of exercise improve different parts of the body. Strength training is going to help with muscle maintenance and bone density. High intensity interval training is going to help with the cardiovascular system. It's going to help with bone density. High intensity interval training is going to help with the cardiovascular system. It's going to help with brain function. So these different types of exercise are going to improve all aspects of your health, which is why the concept of cross training, which is pretty old school but still exceptionally relevant, that's actually what they're pretty much referring to here.
I love this variance that she's talking about. In finances, we do the same thing, that even though we want to automate our savings, we want to make sure that we're making contributions into our retirement accounts, make sure that we are contributing into our brokerage accounts, saving to our 529 plans for our children. All those things are very important as far as saving for our retirement, saving for our future, and saving for our children and our beneficiaries. But as she was saying, different types of exercises have different benefits for the body, and it's going to evolve that body and make sure it's still functioning and evolving. And I love that, because as a financial advisor, your type of contributions, the money that you are contributing is going to change the type of investor that you are. If you're philanthropic, you may donate to a church or you donate to a charity. If you're worried about legacy, you may donate more to a 529 plan, or maybe you have a sibling who may not be doing so well and you want to contribute to your niece and nephews. So you assign them a beneficiary status so they can inherit some of the money that you have. All these different types of contributions is going to change the way that you are as an investor and how you are going to spend your money in retirement and even after death. But I think one of the main points we are trying to make is that there's not a 100% success rate for any one vehicle. You are going to choose the vehicles or vehicles that work for you. Anything that you can stay consistent with. And just like exercise, we do want to put some type of brain power behind it. What happens is many investors want to take the easy route. They don't want to think about the pros and cons. They don't want to think about the variables. So that's why they hire a financial advisor, because a financial advisor is going to be able to see some of those blind spots. Maybe you want to have your child as a beneficiary, but you don't know how to add them to the account. Should they be a joint owner? Should they be a beneficiary? Should you add them as a transfer of death? You really don't know these answers, and sometimes you need some expert help to get you through some of these financial decisions, especially when there are critical points in your life that you are going through. Maybe you're going through a marriage, maybe you're going through a divorce, maybe there's a birth or there's a death in the family. All these different life stages and places where you're going to have to make financial decisions, you don't want to make them alone.